typical to the Puna area, you don't have a lot of soil. So you bring in this kind of cinder soil, they call it. And on top of this cinder soil mound that goes down between the properties, between the two houses, the neighbors and the subject, you've got podocarpus, grows into a nice bushy tree. You've also got areca palms, very attractive palm. It'll grow and fill in this area completely the way they're planted. And by adding some fertilizer once a month, this podocarpus here and the areca palms, I mean, you'll be having to trim them back within a year, but they will create a nice visual screen, privacy screen. You got some other palms, pretty typical palms. You could fill in with something that would be, give you a little bit more privacy. These are going to grow pretty tall. Maybe you'd want a hedge of ginger, red ginger. Once you get back to the back of the property, they can see the water tank there. Here's the house. We'll go back this way, and you can look back again at how that property line has been planted. And back here in the backyard, you have these trees here, the podocarpus and the areca palms, and they're going to grow up pretty much to cover that house there eventually. So they're fast. They're both fast growing, and along the back of the property, that's where the fence starts again. And there's no fencing down the line that separates the subject from the house next door, but there is fencing that starts at the back, goes along the back boundary line, which is also covered with areca palms. Right there in the middle is a coconut palm, and there are a few other things planted in there. Yeah, there's some podocarpus in there. This, if taken care of and given a little fertilizer, this will grow 20 feet tall and be a real privacy screen. Over here, that fence continues along the boundary line that's adjacent to the to the vacant lot. These tall albizia trees, as I mentioned, these are not a good thing to have. So, taking these down eventually would be important. There are some uses for them. These are nice trunks. They're soft wood. You can use them for planters in a garden setting. There can be walls in a raised bed. You can stack them up and make them into planters, and then they just kind of dissolve. This right here is your septic system. We have excellent perk here. I've never really heard of anybody that needed to pump out their septic system, or their cesspool, as we also refer to them. Underneath the house, you have a hot water heater. You got a couple extra pieces of metal that weren't used on the roof. Other than that, it's been kept clean under there. This is as I mentioned, a new house, so it looks to be well constructed. It's got a good water pump for your catching system. That's a Grundfos. There's a sediment filter there that filters out the sediment from the tank. You would probably want to add a complete filtration system with a UV light. But generally, these tank systems are safer than a municipal water supply. So thanks a lot, and we'll get this to you.